All right. Uh, since I've started this video, when I started this several weeks ago to do a review, it's taken some twists and turns. And so I'm putting this introduction, which I wasn't going to really do, in just to state that, in my opinion, this product, even before I get into the review, and I'm going to put in everything so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. I document everything. Not only is this Zippo hand warmer a piece of crap, in my opinion, so is the customer service from Zippo Manufacturing. Okay? And this is just a product that I would recommend you not waste your money on. Okay? And we're going to get into the full review. I document everything in all my reviews. I'm always fair. And if I like a product or if I don't like a product, I'm always fair in my reviews in showing the pros and the cons. This item, in my opinion, has nothing but 1,000% cons. Further, I want to state that when I was doing this initial review several weeks ago, and I came into this what I thought to be problems with the unit, wanting to know, am I doing something wrong? What's going on? And I contacted Zippo. I did a special introduction to introduce the video segments, put it up on my YouTube channel, made it private so only they could see it, and I wanted their evaluation. Again, it took 16 days for them to come back with the lame answer, which you'll see later in the video that they gave me. But I just want to say that I've done everything in my power to try to like this, because I thought this would be an item that would be very useful for me and in my hobbies as such when I'm outside. So just want to make sure that's clearly stated, that this was not done in a half manner on my part. All right, guys, we're going to get into the video review, but first I'm going to do something that I've never done before. Prior to showing any clips of the product, we're going to make sure that these get a proper send-off. Well, it's kind of windy out here, guys. That's what I think of your product, Zippo. And I think about the same thing for your customer service. So let's take a look at this refillable hand warmer by Zippo. As you can see here, guys, you get the unit itself, and I've got it in 3 different pieces here. Then in the center, you actually get the filling cup, which I'll show you more of, and then you get this warming bag to put it in. You also get directions on the use of this product. Here we have the lid. Next, we're going to remove the catalytic burner unit, and then that leaves us with the base unit. Now this is a plastic filling cup that they give you. Very cool. And the directions state that you can fill it up to either the 6 or the 12-hour mark. Well, as you can see, it's only marked 12 hours. Now 6 hours obviously would be half of that, wouldn't it? But there is no mark, and if you wanted to be exact, you'd just be guessing. So here's what I did, guys. I took the plastic filling cup and put water in there to the 12-hour mark. And I measured it out, and it came out to 4 teaspoons. Up here to the 4. 4 teaspoons. So here you see in the directions, number 2, for 6 hours, fill it to the line for 6 hours. For 12, fill it to the 12-hour line. Well, we know that 12 hours is at 4 teaspoons. So 6 hours would be 2 teaspoons. And if we wanted a fourth of that, we would put it to 1 teaspoon. So basically, by determining how many hours you want it to run, you could go 1, 2, 3, or 4 teaspoons, 4 being the 12 hours. And so what I'm going to do, I've not used these yet, so I'm going to just fill mine up to the 1 teaspoon and test these out, because I obviously don't want this to run for 12 hours. Now I'm going to use this product for the lighter fluid, and I'm only going to put in the 1 teaspoon. That should give me approximately 3 hours worth of warming. Now the issue you're going to have here though is I'm only going to use 1 teaspoon to give me approximately the 3 hours. And so how am I going to put it in here? I could lay this out by just measuring that and making marks. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the lighter fluid, pour it into here to the 1 teaspoon level, and then use a syringe to draw it out, and then use that to fill the base unit here. So, like I said, if I wanted to, you could measure this out and make marks. But I'm going to give this a try and see how this works. Okay, well, to open this, since you can't really get to it easy, it's going to take a really small Phillips screwdriver head, and that allows me to open that. Alright, so by doing it this way, I think I could even go less than the 1. Okay, so it would be actually easier, I think. So let's give this a try, because we're going to go with the 3 hours. But if I'm going to go out with my snowblower, 3 hours is way more than enough most of the time, way more. So let's say I wanted to go just an hour, hour and a half, I'd fill it halfway to that. So that's why I kind of like doing it this way. You can be a little bit more precise with your timings, because obviously once it starts burning, you can't shut it off. It's got to finish its it's got to finish. You want to be real careful with this stuff. I'm doing this on top of my granite plate for the sake of this video. because obviously lighter fluid is very, combustible. And this is working out pretty good. Then what I'll do is I will put water into this to make sure that it doesn't do any damage. But this is a glass syringe, the main unit. And there you are. So, yes, this worked very well. Alright, so let me put on the catalytic burner unit. Put that on, just like that. Next, I'm going to go ahead, clean this out, and I'll be right back with the remainder here, getting it fired up. Now, as per the directions, carefully wipe off any excess fuel from the hand warmer surfaces and allow excess fuel to evaporate before igniting. Be sure fuel can is closed and there is no spilled fuel in the vicinity before igniting. Fuel is flammable. Allow the hand warmer to rest in the upright position for at least 2 minutes before igniting to allow fuel to fully be distributed in the absorbent material and become available to the catalytic burner. Further, do not lay hand warmer down after filling and before igniting. If laid down, the liquid fuel can get out of the catalytic burner, which may cause a flame to occur upon ignition. Also, hand warmer may not operate for as long as stated following initial filling and ignition due to break-in process of catalytic burner and absorbent material. Now, one thing I want to do before I fire this thing up is I want to get a temperature of the outside base unit here, and then I want to see once it gets warm how hot does this thing get. Right around 70.9 degrees. Now, I don't have a cigarette lighter, so I'm going to have to try just with a match here. Let's see what happens. There we go. Well, that didn't work too well. May have to get a cigarette lighter. Let me try. Try it this way. It keeps wanting to go out. Can't really tell if it's lit. Well, I'm not sure here. Alright guys, you know that I think that actually did light. I thought I would see something here, but it's hot up here. So I think it actually did light. I didn't see it. I thought I would see a flame up in here. So let's go ahead and put this lid on. And you know what I need to do? I should have got a measurement on that lid actually. So let me measure that lid. Let me get a measurement on that lid. 76.6. Because actually this is what's going to get warm up here. So let's put this on. 76.6, and we'll check it and we'll see where it goes. And the directions do say that you can use a match. I thought I would see a bit of a flame, so actually that did get lit pretty easily. So let's just see now where we're at. I did start a, we're right now at about little over about 3 minutes 15 seconds. So let me go up there. I'm already at 138.4. Wow. 142. And then let me go, and that's 142 is right up here. Let me go down towards here. So that gets hot too. So let's see. Depends where you put it, but we're going to get about 101, 102, 103. And then let's come back up here. It's pretty dang amazing. Yeah, we just hit the 4-minute mark now. So that gets hot quick, guys. And again, that was right after I put my lid on. And again, it may have gotten, because the base unit hadn't been warm yet when I put the lid on. It's starting to get warm here. You can, this is really, yeah, you really can't even put your, can't keep your hands on that. So let's try something. They give you this bag. Let's see what happens, because obviously you're going to want this. If you're outside, you're going to want this in a glove or somewhere to keep warm. And that's what I want it for. Now when you do this, it's warm, but it's not hot to the touch. You obviously want this drawstring pulled. So I'm going to let this go a little bit longer. We'll see what the temperatures we get. Alright, so here's something that I'm seeing, guys. Let me get a temperature of something to get it where it's cooler. And 159.4, 163. Obviously it depends where I'm aiming this at. 109, 110. $153 at the top. But here's what I found out. Now this thing right now we're approaching 17 minutes. And down here it's warm and stuff. Here it's very hot to the touch. But if I just keep my hands on it like this, now it's hot. It's not going to burn me, but it's very hot. But if I keep my hands on this, it actually, I don't know if the proper terminology is it cools down more, but it actually feels not as hot to where I could literally have this under my glove, a winter glove, without the pouch that they give you. Yeah. Very interesting. Now if we check that temperature after I've had it in my hand, you can see that it's lowered. Now, if I wait a few minutes, let that warm back up, you can see how those temperatures rise. So now, that's very hot, but I'm going to put it in my hand, up against my skin. And so actually, you won't need that bag, or at least I won't, because it seems to cool down. So that must radiate that thin material, that metal. Now let's get another quick reading. Now what I've done is on these Carhartt gloves, I've put the hand warmer right here. So I'm going to go out in the cold here and see how well they work. But to be honest with you, it just feels warm. It doesn't even feel hot. So I don't know how this will do once it's outside. Alright, so we were at about 1 hour and 10 minutes, and I noticed that it was starting to fall off on the heat. And it does, as I stated earlier, it may not operate for as long as stated following the initial filling and ignition due to break-in process. So in any event, I don't know that I'm very happy with this, because even though it gets hot, once you put it up against your skin, not even using that pouch, the pouch would be useless. Maybe I'm using it wrong, but the pouch, I didn't feel transferred enough heat. So by just putting this up against my skin, it lost all the heat. So if anybody else uses these and am I doing something wrong here? Because I don't feel that it produced enough heat when you want it in the cold, just underneath my glove, to do anything. I mean, it was just kind of, to me, lukewarm. Alright, so since I'm being told you've got to have this in the bag to work properly, let's try this. I'm going to fill it up with 12 hours worth of fluid. So before I go to the next step here, which is going to be putting the hand warmer inside this bag, and I'll tell you why. I'm going to, after 16 days, took 16 days for them to get me a simple answer on this. And basically, the heat from the Zippo refillable hand warmers is generated by a flameless catalytic combustion, which requires oxygen, fuel, and catalytic material and heat to start the reaction. By clasping your hands over the holes in the lid of the hand warmer, or replacing the hand warmer inside your glove, you are restricting the oxygen available for this combustion process. This essentially snuffs out the hand warmer, causing the reduced temperature. The refillable hand warmer is intended to be used in the provided bag, which helps regulate the airflow and protect the user's skin from higher temperatures that can be generated by the hand warmer. The heat from the hand warmer will transfer through the bag, but needs some time to warm the bag. Additionally, each refillable hand warmer model, 12 or 6 hour, comes with appropriate size filling cup. I'm not sure why they even put that in there. The model you showed was a 12-hour model. The filling cup for this model will only show a 12-hour mark. Accordingly, a 6-hour will come with a smaller filling cup with a 6-hour mark on it. So in an effort to document everything, okay, the hand warmer is hot. So based on what Zippo said, we're going to put it in the bag. Now they're saying it takes some time. Well, I don't know how much time this is. Right now we're in a warm house. Okay, so let's put it in like that. Now it doesn't want to stand up. Yeah, let me see if I can take and lean it against the timer here to keep it upright, because I think they said it needs to be upright. Well, let's try something else here. Let's just lean it up against this case here. Okay, let's try that. Alright guys, as you can see, plenty of time has gone by since that last clip. And so, I've spoken to an Alexis, a Whitney, and then a Tammy at Zippo. And I believe it was the Alexis in the beginning had said, oh, you got to hold this upright. It can't be tipped. And stuff like that. And then I just read you the response that I was given as to that it needs to be in this bag. So in any event, what we're going to do is plenty of time has gone by. That's why I've got this timer here. Since I put it in the bag, well over 20 minutes. 44 minutes has elapsed since I've lit, and actually a little bit longer because I didn't start this probably for up to a minute or so after. So plenty of time's gone by that this hand warmer has been lit. It's been in this bag well over 20 minutes, and that's why I have a timer, because I like to document all of my videos when I do a video, whether it's a video that I like a product or I don't like a product. And so now what we're going to do is, I'm in my house, my warm house. Temperature in here is 68 degrees. We're not outside where it's cold and windy, or if you're at a football game and it's cold and windy where you want to warm your hands or whatever. So we're inside of a house, 68 degrees. So let's try something. We're going to pick this up, and it is quite literally, this wouldn't warm my 2.3 pound Chihuahua. This is utterly useless. I mean, I've done everything that I could, and the response from Zippo, that's why I'm doing this, to make sure that I'm doing everything that they're saying inside of a warm house. What do you think's going to happen when I take this outside? I couldn't even warm my nuts with this. This is ridiculous. I mean, I'm being serious here, guys. This product is ridiculous. It's as ridiculous as the customer service that I got. I don't know what else to say. But it really gets me when it takes 16 days to come up with the answer they gave me. And in my opinion, the lies, when I spoke to Tammy on numerous occasions, telling her I want to have a fair report, please can't you tell me what's going on? This is a simple situation. And it took forever to get a response. And I said I wanted it in writing. And so there you have it. And the sad fact is, this product here, in my opinion, is 1,000 times better than this lame-ass product right here from Zippo. And I'm so sorry that I bought 4 of them, and I didn't. It's past the time to return them because I kind of lagged on it. I was busy with other projects, and by the time I got to it, you know, so it is what it is. But again, inside of a warm house, guys, I don't even hardly feel a thing. How is this supposed to work, Zippo, when you're outside in the cold? And then they're told, well, you can't tip them down, can't put them inside of a glove. What am I supposed to do with this? You can wipe your bottom with this. I mean, about the only good thing for this case is to wipe your bottom with the cover. Other than that, I mean, I just don't know what else to say. Here's your timer, guys. How long is one supposed to wait inside of a warm house? Put it in the bag, just like they said. I don't know what else to tell you. Really don't, Zippo. But you got a terrible product, in my opinion, and you got terrible customer service. So this is what that looked like, just to show fully and completely how this is in there. And again, when I feel this, it's hot. It's hot. But now when I put it over my hands, like they're saying, I'm snuffing it out, supposedly. So if you're snuffing it out, right now it's hardly anything. It's what I would call lukewarm. So, in my opinion, this is a piece of crap. It's garbage. It's a waste of time and a waste of money. If you want something that really works, use these. And when President Trump was here in the area here a couple years ago and had to stand outside for hours to get in, this is what I used at that time. And the only reason I tried these Zippos, I thought I'd like to have something that is not a throwaway product. But this throwaway product is 1,000 times better than this piece of crap. That's my opinion.